A blessed day everyone, it's me again, Teacher Lumaban, and if you are new in my channel, don't forget to subscribe, and hit the notification bell, to be updated in my videos. This time we will have a 75 items, general knowledge, final coaching set B1. I hope you learned something, and enjoy this video. Please share it with your friends, to also learn about this topic. Be safe and God bless you always.
Commit your way to the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. Psalm 37 verse 5.
Several threatened species living underwater now extinct. Because of unlawful hunting and dynamite fishing. Letter A is. Letter B are. Letter C was. Letter D were. Please answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter B are. Several threatened species living underwater are now extinct. Because of unlawful hunting and dynamite fishing. Are is the form used for plural nouns. When you have a plural noun or more than one singular noun, use are. Sometimes, however, you can see an are after a collective noun. It can happen in American English if the writer wants to emphasize that this collective noun refers to more than one person. It referred to the different emphasis on words. Letter A pitch. Letter B stress. Letter C juncture. Letter D intonation. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter B stress. To communicate clear when speaking. It's important to stress the accurate syllables in each word. It is called word stress, which means pronouncing one syllable of a multisyllabic word with greater emphasis, stress, than the other syllables in the word. What figure of speech is present in the statement, he was like a snake in the night? Letter A simile. Letter B metaphor. Letter C apostrophe. Letter D personification. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter A simile. It is a figure of speech that directly comparing two things. It differs from other metaphors by highlighting the similarities between two things using comparison words such as like, as, so, or than, while other metaphors create an implicit comparison. What figure of speech used in the given statement, 1,000 hands made the pyramids of Egypt? Letter A metaphor. Letter B metonymy. Letter C synecdoche. Letter D onomatopoeia. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter C synecdoche. Synecdoche is a figure of speech that is part of something that is used to signify the whole, or vice versa. It's originated from the Greek word synekdoche, simultaneous meaning. As a literary device, synecdoche allows for a smaller component of something to stand in for the larger whole, in a rhetorical manner. What figure of speech is used in this statement, "The wind kisses my cheeks"? Letter A, simile. Letter B, metaphor. Letter C, hyperbole. Letter D, personification. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter D, personification. Personification is a figure of speech that an idea or thing is given human attributes and / or feelings or is spoken of as if it were human. Personification is a natural form of metaphor in that human characteristics are attributed to non-human things. The Philippines considered an blank nation. Letter A, EFL. Letter B, ESL. Letter C, English speaking. Letter D, foreign sounding. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter B, ESL. The Philippines considered an ESL nation. English as a secondary or foreign language is the use of English by speakers with various native languages. Language education for people learning English may be known as English as a secondary language, English as a foreign language, English as an additional language, or English for speakers of other languages. Which of the following choices does not belong? Letter A, summary. Letter B, synthesis. Letter C, assumption. Letter D, generalization. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter C, assumption. The assumption does not belong to the following choices. An assumption is a point that the author doesn't even try to prove. Rather than proving the assumptions, the author just assumes it is true. Remember, an assumption is not a point that the author tries to prove and fails. It's a point he or she doesn't even try to prove. The laborers are so happy that blank now reaping the fruit of blank efforts. Letter A. They're there. Letter B. They're there. Letter C. They're there. Letter D. There. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter D. There. The laborers are so happy that they're now reaping the fruit of their efforts. There it is short for they are. There it shows ownership. John, your brother, isn't supporting you, blank. Letter A. Is he? Letter B. Is she? Letter C, isn't he? Letter D, isn't she? Please answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter A. Is he? John, your brother, isn't supporting you, is he? Both is and are forms of the linking verb to be. You can tell which form to use based on the noun performing the verb. Singular nouns use is, while plural nouns use are. When you use the correct form of a verb that matches your subject, that's called subject-verb agreement. Besides singular subjects, is would be the correct choice in several different contexts. In more complicated sentences, it's harder to tell the difference. There are some instances in which you should use is instead of are. In what pitch level used to end a sentence? Letter A1. Letter B2. Letter C3. Letter D4. Please answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter A1. The pitch level used to end a sentence is pitch level 1. Pitch level 1 is lower than pitch level 2. And it is usually used to end of the speech a sentence. Pitch level 2 is usually used for the start of the speech. It is also called the first syllable of speech that uses this pitch. Pitch level 3 is a few higher than pitch level 2. Usually, it is used to follow the deep stress in a sentence. Pitch level 4 is higher than pitch level 3. Pitch level 4 is also called. Pitch level 4 is only used in emphatic speech. She is traveling blank a plane. Letter A at. Letter B in. Letter C on. Letter D into. Please determine the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The suitable answer is letter C on. She is traveling on a plane. On is used to indicate position, usually indicate that something is on top of something else. If I blank known him before, I would have chosen him as my special advisor. Letter A. Had. Letter B. Will. Letter C. Have. Letter D could. Please answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter A had. If I had known him before, I would have chosen him as my special advisor. When you need to talk about two things that happened in the past, and one event started and finished before the other one started, place had before the main verb for the event that happened first. Here are some more examples of when to use had in a sentence. Chona had walked the puppy before she fell asleep. Who is the author of the poem titled The Road Not Taken? Letter A. Oscar Wilde. Letter B. Robert Frost. Letter C. Walt Whitman. Letter D. Rudyard Kipling. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter B. Robert Frost. The poem was created by Robert Frost with the title The Road Not Taken. It was first published in the August 1915 issue of the Atlantic Monthly and later published as the first poem in the collection Mountain Interval. What is the technique used by the author in developing the plot, in Nick Joaquin's short story May Day Eve? Letter A. Flashback. Letter B. Telescoping. Letter C. Foreshadowing. Letter D. Stream of consciousness. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter B. Telescoping. Telescoping is a matter of economy. The author can't explain every motion of the character or event during the time the story covers. The author has to choose the significant and only suggest the others by saying they happened, without sufficient description. Art attempts verisimilitude, not reality. What period considered the golden age of the Filipino language? Letter A, Greek regime. Letter B, Spanish regime. Letter C, American regime. Letter D, Japanese regime. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter D, Japanese regime. There are several contemporary Japanese mestizos, not associated with the history of the earlier established ones, born either in the Philippines or Japan. These latter are the resultant of unions between Filipinos and recent Japanese immigrants to the Philippines or Japanese and immigrant Filipino workers in Japan. Most Japanese mestizos speak Tagalog and or other Philippine languages. They may also be known as Japanos, although this term is considered derogatory by many. What particular skill John exemplifies if he used the word dad rather than using father? Letter A, syntax. Letter B, semantics. Letter C, phonology. Letter D, morphology. Please answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter B, semantics. The particular skill John exemplifies is semantics. The purpose of semantics is to propose exact meanings of words and phrases and remove confusion, which leads the readers to believe a word has many possible meanings. It makes a relationship between a word and the sentence through their meanings. This tense connotes actions that are happening at present, meaning right now. Letter A, past tense. Letter B, present tense. Letter C, present perfect. Letter D, progressive tense. Please determine the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The suitable answer is letter D, progressive tense. The tense connotes actions that are happening at present, meaning right now is a progressive tense. Progressive tense is a kind of verb tense used to express ongoing actions. The progressive tenses are the past progressive tense, the present progressive tense, and the future progressive tense. The progressive tenses are seldom called the continuing or continuous tenses. In developmental reading, this concerns the familiarity of the students with the sound of the language. Letter A, syntax. Letter B, phonology. Letter C, semantics. Letter D, phonemic awareness. Please determine the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The suitable answer is letter D, phonemic awareness. Phonemic awareness in developmental reading concerns the familiarity of the students with the sound of the language. Phonemic awareness is a subset of phonological awareness in which listeners can hear, identify, and manipulate phonemes, the tiny mental units of sound that help to differentiate units of meaning. Separating the spoken word cat into 3 distinct phonemes and requires phonemic awareness. Only 80% of the total number of learners able to pass the comprehensive exam last year. Letter A is. Letter B are. Letter C was. Letter D were. Please answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter D. Were. Only 80% of the total number of learners were able to pass the comprehensive exam last year. Were is the past tense of be when used as a verb. Where means in a specific place when used as an adverb or conjunction. A good way to remember the difference is that where has an H for home, and a home is a place. Out of the two words, were is the most common. It is a comic dance from Illico's Sir. It depicts the movement of a person bitten by ants. This dance is known as letter A. Dandansoy, letter B. Bailata, letter C. Magaña, letter D. Kinaton. Please answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter D. Kinaton. The comic dance from Illico's Sir is the Kinaton. The Ilocano are proud of their dances. One of their favorites is the Kinaton, or ants dance, in which a group of dances gesticulates toward a person being attacked by ants and then makes motions of scratching the man. The Kinalongong is another Ilocano dance showing a man and a woman sings and dances towards him, and then dances with him. The famous miracle rice produced in whose presidency? Letter A. Fidel Ramos. Letter B. Joseph Estrada. Letter C. Sergio Osmina. Letter D. Ferdinand Marcos. Please determine the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The suitable answer is letter D. Ferdinand Marcos. It is in the presidency of Ferdinand Marcos the famous miracle rice produced. It is semi-dwarf rice and a cross between pita, a tall vigorous variety from Indonesia, and Dijiawujen, a dwarf variety from Taiwan. In the 1960s, the average yield in the Philippines was at about a ton per hectare. The Philippine press dubbed the grain miracle rice. The violation of human rights is a violation of the blank of persons. Letter A. Dignity. Letter B. Freedom. Letter C. Emotions. Letter D. Intelligence. Please determine the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The suitable answer is letter A. Dignity. The violation of human rights is a violation of the dignity of persons. Dignity is the right of a person to be valued and respected for their own sake and be treated ethically. It is of significance in morality, ethics, law, and politics as an extension of the Enlightenment era concepts of inherent, inalienable rights. The act, law that led to the granting of the 10-year transition period. Letter A. Parity rights. Letter B. Independence law. Letter C. Tydings-McDuffie law. Letter D. Hair Hawes cutting bill. Please determine the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The suitable answer is letter C. Tydings-McDuffie law. The law that led to the granting of the 10-year transition period is the Tydings-McDuffie law. The Tydings-McDuffie Act, formerly the Philippine Independence Act, is a United States federal law that established the process for the Philippines, an American colony, to become an independent country after a 10-year transition period. It is known as the Expanded Senior Citizen Act of 2010. Letter A, Republic Act 1081. Letter B, Republic Act 1425. Letter C, Republic Act 7610. Letter D, Republic Act 9994. Please determine the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The suitable answer is lettered Republic Act 9994. The Republic Act 9994 is known as the Expanded Senior Citizen Act of 2010. As provided by the Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines, it is the declared policy of the state to promote a just and dynamic social order that will ensure the prosperity and independence of the nation and free the people from poverty through policies that provide adequate social services. Which order of the governments rightly applies during American regime? Letter A, Civil, Military, Commonwealth. Letter B, Military, Civil, Commonwealth. Letter C, Civil, Military, Commonwealth. Letter D, Military, Commonwealth, Civil. Please answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter B, Military, Civil, Commonwealth. The order of the government during the American regime is military, civil, Commonwealth. At the beginning of 1901, the military government was replaced by a civilian government, the insular government of the Philippine Islands, with William Howard Taft serving as its first Governor-General. Following the passage of the Philippine Independence Act in 1934, a Philippine presidential election was held in 1935. The insular government was dissolved and the Commonwealth of the Philippines, intended to be a transitional government in preparation for the country's full achievement of independence in 1946, was brought into existence. It is the way of the Arabian dignitaries to greet a friend. Letter A, hand grip. Letter B, embrace. Letter C, kiss. Letter D, handshake. Please answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter B, embrace. Embrace is the way of the Arabian dignitaries to greet a friend. Man greeting man, men greet one another with a warm handshake, right hand only, using embrace and possibly 1 to 3 kisses on alternating cheeks depending on the level of familiarity. For foreigners, it is best to start with the handshake and follow the lead of your Saudi counterpart if kisses are offered. Handshakes often linger a bit and may continue while walking. In certain regions of the country, kissing the shoulder of a superior, elder is customary. This also customary when meeting members of the royal family. What right and responsibility do Filipinos practice when they participate in ratifying a proposed constitution? Letter A, suffrage. Letter B, citizenship. Letter C, Bill of Rights. Letter D, habeas corpus. Please answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter A, suffrage. The right and responsibility that Filipinos practice in participating in ratifying a proposed constitution is the right of suffrage. Suffrage is the right to vote in electing government officials, adopting or rejects the proposed legislation. It can be practiced by all citizens of the Philippines. Filipino citizens who are at least 18 years of age and that have resided in the Philippines for at least 1 year, and in the place wherein they propose to vote for at least 6 months immediately preceding the election. Which term applies to a combination of independent business organizations formed to regulate production, pricing, and marketing goods by the members. Letter A, cartel. Letter B, inflation. Letter C, monopoly. Letter D, depression. Please answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter A, cartel. The term applies to a combination of independent business organizations formed to regulate the goods is cartel. A cartel is a combination of independent business organizations that concur with each other to improve their profits and dominate the market. Cartels are usually associations in the same sphere of business and thus an alliance of rivals. Most jurisdictions consider its anti-competitive behavior. What proclamation number was used to force martial law to remain in force until 1981? Letter A, 1081. Letter B, 1425. Letter C, 4670. Letter D, 9994. Please answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter A, 1081. The proclamation number used to force martial law is Proclamation 1081. Proclamation number 1081 was the document that contained a formal proclamation of martial law in the Philippines by President Ferdinand Marcos, as announced to the public on September 23, 1972. What process by which a person learns the requirements of the culture that he or she is associated with, then acquires values and behaviors appropriate or necessary in that culture? Letter A, assimilation. Letter B, enculturation. Letter C, acculturation. Letter D, cultural relativism. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter B, enculturation. Enculturation is the process by which a person learns the dynamics of their surrounding culture and acquires values and norms appropriate or necessary to that culture and its worldviews. As part of this process, the influences that limit, direct, or shape the individual include parents, other adults, and peers. It's the process of cultural adaptation of an individual or group by adopting or borrowing traits from another culture. Letter A, assimilation. Letter B, enculturation. Letter C, acculturation. Letter D, cultural relativism. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter C, acculturation. Acculturation is a process of social, psychological, and cultural change that stems from the balancing of two cultures while modifying to the prevailing culture of the society. The different groups of an individual in different location have shown respect for their parents. Letter A, assimilation. Letter B. Ethnocentrism. Letter C. Ethical relativism. Letter D. Cultural relativism. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter D. Cultural relativism. Cultural relativism is the impression that a person's beliefs, values, and practices should be understood based on that person's own culture and not judged against the criteria. What attitude do you tend to have if you keep observing your ways of doing things the right way and everybody else's as the wrong way? Letter A. Xenophobia. Letter B. Ethnocentrism. Letter C. Ethical relativism. Letter D. Cultural relativism. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter B. Ethnocentrism. Ethnocentrism means applying one's own culture or ethnicity as a frame of reference to judge other cultures, practices, behaviors, beliefs, and people rather than using the standards of the particular culture involved. It achieves through morals, conformism, and exclusion. Letter A. Gesellschaft. Letter B. Acculturation. Letter C. Enculturation. Letter D. Gemeinschaft. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter D. Gemeinschaft. Gemeinschaft is a spontaneously arising organic social relationship characterized by powerful reciprocal bonds of sentiment and kinship within a common tradition. Also, a community or society characterized by this relationship. Compare Gesellschaft. What called to those provinces that were pacified and were already recognizing Spanish rules? Letter A. Alcaldías. Letter B. Alcalde Mayor. Letter C. Corregimientos. Letter D. Indulto de Comercio. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter A. Alcaldías. Those provinces that were pacified and were already recognizing Spanish rules were called alcaldías. What features the exchange of goods, money, and services? Letter A. Gesellschaft. Letter B. Acculturation. Letter C. Enculturation. Letter D. Gemeinschaft. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter A. Gesellschaft. A modern business is a model of Gesellschaft. The workers, managers, and owners may have small in terms of shared orientations or beliefs, or they may not bother deeply for the product they are producing, but it is in all their self-interest to come to work to earn money, and, therefore, the business continues. What form of government during President Aguinaldo's proclamation of Philippine independence on June 12, 1898? Letter A. Monarchy. Letter B. Dictatorial. Letter C. Martial law. Letter D. Revolutionary. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter B. Dictatorial. The form of government during President Aguinaldo's proclamation of Philippine independence on June 12, 1898, is a dictatorial government. 6 days after the proclamation of independence, Aguinaldo issued a proclamation formalizing the creation of a dictatorial government responsible for assessing the needs of the country. The dictatorial government would last for only 5 days. Upon the advice of Apolinario Mabini, Aguinaldo issued a subsequent proclamation abolishing it and establishing a revolutionary government instead. Aguinaldo's title was changed from dictator to the president of the revolutionary government and captain general of its army. The military districts that were unpacified during the Spanish period. Letter A. Alcaldía. Letter B. Alcalde Mayor. Letter C. Corregimientos. Letter D. Indulto de Comercio. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter C. Corregimientos. The military districts that were unpacified during the Spanish period are the corregimiento. A corregimiento is a Spanish term used for country subdivisions for royal administrative objectives, ensuring districts were under control as opposed to local elites. A corregimiento was normally headed by a corregidor. The town leader called the mayor for today while blank was during the Spanish period. Letter A. Alcalde Mayor. Letter B. Gobernadorcillo. Letter C. Gobernador General. Letter D. Cabeza de Barangay. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter B. Gobernadorcillo. The town leader called the mayor for today while Gobernadorcillo was during the Spanish period. During the Spanish colonial period in the Philippines, the Gobernadorcillo was the municipal judge or governor. They carried out in a town the combined charges or responsibilities of leadership, economic, and judicial administration. The Gobernadorcillo was the town leader. What is the study of living organisms, divided into many specialized fields that cover their morphology, physiology, anatomy, behavior, origin, and distribution? Letter A. Biology. Letter B. Botany. Letter C. Zoology. Letter D. Chemistry. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter A. Biology. The study of living organisms, divided into specialized fields that cover their morphology, physiology, anatomy, behavior, origin, and distribution, is called biology. It is the scientific study of the behavior, structure, physiology, classification, and distribution of animals. Letter A. Biology. Letter B. Botany. Letter C. Zoology. Letter D. Chemistry. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter C. Zoology. Zoology is the scientific study of the behavior, structure, physiology, classification, and distribution of animals. How do ions form? Letter A. By sharing protons. Letter B. By sharing electrons. Letter C. By gaining or losing protons. Letter D. By gaining or losing electrons. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is the letter D. By gaining or losing electrons. Ions form if the number of protons in an atom does not equal the number of electrons. If higher protons are present, the ion is positive and is known as a cation. If higher electrons are present, the ion is negative and related to as an anion. Ions are very reactive species. What is the formula for determining the density of an object? Letter A, mass plus volume. Letter B, mass divided by mass. Letter C, mass divided by volume. Letter D, volume divided by mass. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is the letter C, mass divided by volume. The density is the mass of a unit volume of a material substance. The formula for density is D equals m/V, where D is density, m is mass, and V is volume. Density commonly expressed in units of grams per cubic centimeter. Which of the following is the suitable sequence of the levels of organization in the human body? Letter A, cells, tissues, organs, system. Letter B, organs, tissue, system, cells. Letter C, system, organs, tissue, cells. Letter D. None of the above. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is the letter A, cells, tissues, organs, system. It is helpful to consider the structures of the human body in terms of basic levels of organization that increase in complexity: subatomic particles, atoms, molecules, organelles, cells, tissues, organs, organ systems, organisms, and biosphere. It is the study of organisms in the kingdom Plantae, otherwise known as plants. Letter A, biology. Letter B, botany. Letter C, zoology. Letter D, chemistry. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter B, botany. Botany is the study of organisms in the kingdom Plantae, otherwise known as plants. The word botany comes from the adjective botanic, which in turn comes from the ancient Greek word botane, referring to plants, grasses, and pastures. It is a person who treats cancer and provides medical care for a person diagnosed with cancer. It has 3 major areas: medical, surgical, and radiation. Letter A, geologist. Letter B, leukemia. Letter C, oncologist. Letter D, cardiologist. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter C, oncologist. An oncologist is a medical professional who practices oncology. Oncology is a branch of medicine that deals with the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of cancer. Which of the following choices is an arthropod? Letter A, snail. Letter B, jellyfish. Letter C, starfish. Letter D, mosquito. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter D, mosquito. The arthropod is an invertebrate creature possessing an exoskeleton, a segmented body, and pair-jointed appendages. Arthropods form the phylum Arthropoda, which includes insects, arachnids, myriapods, and crustaceans. Which of the following choices describes a producer? Letter A. Make their food. Letter B. Eat other organisms for food. Letter C. Friendly with other organisms. Letter D. Break down dead organisms for food. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter A. Make their food. Producers are organisms that create their food. They are also identified as autotrophs. They get energy from chemicals or the sun, and with the help of water, and convert that energy into usable energy in the form of sugar or food. The most common example of producer plants. What animal never drinks water in its entire life? Letter A. Rat. Letter B. Kangaroo. Letter C. Kangaroo rat. Letter D. Hippopotamus. Please determine the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The suitable answer is letter C. Kangaroo rat. The animal that never drinks water in its entire life is a kangaroo rat. Kangaroo rats, small, generally nocturnal rodents of genus Dipodomus, are native to arid areas of western North America. The common name derives from their bipedal form. They hop like the kangaroo but developed this mode of locomotion independently, like several other clades of rodents. Which of the following branches of science deal with the study of matter, energy, and transportation? Letter A. Biology. Letter B. Physics. Letter C. Genetics. Letter D. Chemistry. Please answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter B. Physics. Physics is the branch of science that deals with the study of matter, energy, and transportation. Physics is the natural science that studies matter, motion, and behavior through space, time, and the related entities of energy and force. Physics is one of the most fundamental scientific disciplines, and its primary goal is to understand how the universe behaves. If a figure of considerable magnitude are to handled mathematically, it is wise to use a letter A. Square root. Letter B. Extrapolation. Letter C. Conversion unit. Letter D. Scientific notation. Please answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter D. Scientific notation. It is wise to use scientific notation if the figure is of considerable magnitude. Scientific notation is a way of expressing numbers that are too large or too small to be conveniently written in decimal form. It can refer to as scientific form or standard index form. What do you call to the study of insects? Letter A. Pestology. Letter B. Entomology. Letter C. Insectology. Letter D. Maharitology. Please answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter B, entomology. Entomology is the study of insects. Entomology is the study of insects and their connection to humans, the environment, and other organisms. It contributes to diverse fields as agriculture, chemistry, biology, human/animal health, molecular science, criminology, and forensics. What branches of science deal with the study of genes, genetic variation, and heredity organisms? Letter A, biology. Letter B, physics. Letter C, science. Letter D, genetics. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter D, genetics. Genetics is a branch of biology concerned with studying genes, genetic variation, and heredity in organisms. Heredity that observes for millennia. Gregor Mendel, Moravian scientist and Augustinian friar working in the 19th century in Brno, was the first to study genetics scientifically. It is a graph extension, curve, or range of values by inferring unknown values from trends in the known data. Letter A, square root. Letter B, extrapolation. Letter C, conversion unit. Letter D, scientific notation. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter B, extrapolation. In mathematics, extrapolation is a type of estimation, beyond the original observation range, of the value of a variable based on its relationship with another variable. What is a branch of science dealing especially with insect pests? Letter A, pestology. Letter B, entomology. Letter C, infectiology. Letter D, malariology. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter A, pestology. It is a branch of science that deals with pests and methods of controlling and eradicating them. What called the physical phase of life? Letter A, cytoplasm. Letter B, organelles. Letter C, protoplasm. Letter D. None of the above. Please determine the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The suitable answer is letter C, protoplasm. The physical phase of life is called protoplasm. The protoplasm is the living part of a cell surrounded by a plasma membrane. It is a general term for the cytoplasm. However, for others, it also includes the nucleoplasm. Which of the following choice considered the massive cell? Letter A, ovum. Letter B, nerve cell. Letter C, the egg of an ostrich. Letter D, none of the above. Please determine the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The suitable answer is letter C, the egg of an ostrich. Among the following choices, the massive cell is the egg of an ostrich. The largest single-celled organism is an aquatic alga named Caulerpa taxifolia. The largest cell in the world is an ostrich's egg. Before fertilization, The whole interior of the egg consists of a single cell, which weighs up to 5 pounds. Maylene borrowed 10,000 pesos from the bank at the rate of 12% per year. How much will she owe the bank after a year? Letter A, 11,000 pesos. Letter B, 11,100 pesos. Letter C, 11,200 pesos. Letter D, 11,300 pesos. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter C, 11,200 pesos. 10,000 multiplied by 12% equals X. 10,000 multiplied by 0.12 equals X. 10,000 multiplied by 0.12 equals 1,200. 10,000 add 1,200 equals 11,200. The answer is 11,200. The price of one seat in a cinema is 40 pesos, and an average of 400 persons enter every day. If the price increased to 50 pesos, how many persons would yield the same amount to the cinema? Letter A, 300. Letter B, 320. Letter C, 350. Letter D, 380. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter B, 320. 40 multiplied by 400 equals X. 40 multiplied by 400 equals 16,000. 16,000 divided by 50 equals Y. 16,000 divided by 50 equals 320. The answer is 320. $12,500 pesos is what percent of 50,000 pesos? Letter A, 15%. Letter B, 25%. Letter C, 35%. Letter D, 45%. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter B, 25%. 12,500 divided by 50,000 equals X. 12,500 divided by 50,000 equals 0.25. 0.25 equals 25%. How much is 15,800 pesos decreased by 12.5%? Letter A, 13,800 pesos. Letter B, 13,825 pesos. Letter C, 13,835 pesos. Letter D, 13,852 pesos. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter B, 13,825 pesos. 15,800 multiplied by 12.5% equals X. 15,800 multiplied by 12.5% equals 1975. 15,800 minus 1975 equals Y. 15,800 minus 1975 equals 13,825. Answers 13,825. If the original price of the laptop is 28,970 pesos and it decreases by 11.2%, Letter A 24,825.30 pesos. Letter B 24,522.66 pesos. Letter C 25,725.36 pesos. Letter D 26,625.36 pesos. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter C 25,725.36 pesos. 28,970 multiplied by 11.2% equals X. 28,970 multiplied by 11.2% equals 3,244.64. 28,970 minus 3,244.64 equals Y. 28,970 minus 3,244.64 equals 25,725.36. Answers 25,725.36. What is the 12.5% of 30 is what number? Letter A 3.5. Letter B 3.57. Letter C 3.75. Letter D 4.5. Please answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter C 3.75. The 12.5% of 30 is 3.75. X equals 30 multiply by 12.5%. Convert 12.5% to decimal. The shortcut way to convert from a percentage to a decimal is by removing the percent sign and moving the decimal point 2 places to the left. 3.75 equals 30 multiply by 0.125. X equals 3.75. A salesperson gets 12% commission for the first 15,000 pesos and 10% for the amount over 15,000 pesos of his total sales. How much does he get for a total sales of 30,600 pesos? Letter A 3,340 pesos. Letter B 3,360 pesos. Letter C 3,400 pesos. Letter D 3,460 pesos. Please answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter B 3,360 pesos. The amount that will get to a total sales of 30,600 pesos is 3,360 pesos. X equals 30,600 minus 15,000. 15,600 equals 30,600 minus 15,000. X equals to 15,600, and Y equals to 15,000. Y equals 15,000 multiply by 12%. Convert 12% to decimal. The shortcut way to convert from a percentage to a decimal is by removing the percent sign and moving the decimal point 2 places to the left. 1,800 equals 15,000 multiply 0.12. X equals 15,600 multiply 10%. Convert 10% to decimal. The shortcut way to convert from a percentage to a decimal is by removing the percent sign and moving the decimal point 2 places to the left. 1560 equals 15,600 multiply 0.10. Z equals 1800 plus 1560. Z equals 3360. The answer is 3360. Rizajoy buys 3 banana cues for 50 pesos. How much does she pay for a dozen of these banana cues? Letter A 140 pesos. Letter B 160 pesos. Letter C 180 pesos. Letter D 200 pesos. Please answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter D 200 pesos. She pays 200 pesos for a dozen of banana cues. Dozen equals 12. 12 equals 3 multiply 4. X equals 50 pesos multiply 4. X equals 200. The answer is 200. A piece of rectangular paper folds in half. Then it is folded again in half and again in half. If the filings in half done 5 times, the edges are creased each time. How many small rectangles will you see when you unfold the original piece of paper? Letter A 8. Letter B 16. Letter C 28. Letter D 32. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter D 32. First fold is 2. Second fold is 4. Third fold is 8. Fourth fold is 16. Fifth fold is 32. Combined terms, 11a plus 20b minus 4b minus 16a. Letter A 5a minus 16b. Letter B 5a plus 16b. Letter C negative 5a minus 16b. Letter D negative 5a plus 16b. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter D negative 5a plus 16b. Solution. 11a plus 20b minus 4b minus 16a. Collect like terms. 11a minus 16a equals negative 5a. 20b minus 4b equals 15b. Negative 5a plus 16b. Answer negative 5a plus 16b. Simplify, 6 minus 5, minus, 11 minus 15 plus 2. Letter A 2. Letter B 3. Letter C 6. Letter D 7. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter B 3. Solution. 6 minus 5, minus, 11 minus 15 plus 2. Subtract the numbers. 1 minus, 11 minus 15 plus 2. Calculate the sum or difference. 1 minus, minus 2. When there is a negative or minus sign in front of an expression in parentheses, change the sign of each term in the expression. 1 plus 2. Add the numbers. 3. Answer 3. Simplify, 7 minus 5 minus, -3, +12 +9. Letter A -22. Letter B -23. Letter C -26. Letter D -27. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter A -22. Solution. 7 minus 5 minus, -3, plus 12 plus 9. When there is a negative or minus sign in front of an expression in parentheses, change the sign of each term in the expression. 7 minus 5 plus 3 plus 12 plus 9. Calculate the sum of the positive numbers. 7 minus 29. Calculate the difference. -22. Answer -22. Calculate the sum or difference. 1/2 plus 2/3 minus 3/4. Letter A 1. Letter B 1/9. Letter C 5/12. Letter D 9/27. Please determine the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The suitable answer is letter C 5/12. Solution. 1/2 plus 2/3 minus 3/4. Write all numerators above the least common denominator 12. 6 plus 8 minus 9 over 12. Calculate the sum or difference. 5/12. The answer, 5/12 alternate form 0.416. Calculate the sum, 3/2 plus 3/6 plus 6/6. Letter A 3. Letter B 6. Letter C 3/6. Letter D 12/6. Please determine the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The suitable answer is letter A 3. Solution. 3/2 plus 3/6 plus 6/6. Write all numerators above the common denominator. 3/2 plus 3 plus 6/6. Add the numbers. 3/2 plus 9/6. Reduce the fraction by 3. 3/2 plus 3/2. Write all numerators above the common denominator. 3 plus 3/2. Add the numbers. 6/2. Reduce the fraction by 2. 3. The answer, 3. Find the answer, 3 over 2 plus 3 over 5. Letter A 9 over 10. Letter B 6 over 15. Letter C 21 over 10. Letter D 21 over 20. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter C 21 over 10. Solution. 3 over 2 plus 3 over 5. Write all numerators above the least common denominator 10. 15 plus 6 over 10. Add the numbers. 21 over 10. Answer 21 over 10. Find the answer, 5 over 8 minus 1 over 3. Letter A 4 over 5. Letter B 2 over 7. Letter C 7 over 24. Letter D 5 over 32. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter C, 7/24. Solution: 5/8 minus 1/3. Write all numerators above the least common denominator 24. 15 minus 8/24. Subtract the numbers. 7/24. Answer 7/24. Find the answer. 3/4 multiply by 1/2. Letter A, 3/6. Letter B, 3/8. Letter C, 6/4. Letter D, 1/2. Please choose the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is letter B, 3/8. Solution: 3/4 multiply by 1/2. To multiply the fractions, multiply the numerators and denominators separately. 3 multiply by 1/4 multiply by 2. Any e multiply by % multiplied by 1 remains the same. 3/4 multiply by 2. Multiply the numbers. 3/8. Answer 3/8. Calculate the product. 4/5 multiply by 1/4 multiply by 6/8. Letter A, 3/20. Letter B, 3/10. Letter C, 4/8. Letter D, 5/6. Please determine the suitable answer to the following choices in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The suitable answer is letter A, 3/20. Solution: 4/5 multiply by 1/4 multiply by 6/8. Reduce the numbers with the greatest common factor 4. 1/5 multiply by 6/8. Reduce the numbers with the greatest common factor 2. 1/5 multiply by 3/4. Multiply the fractions. 3/20. The answer, 3/20 alternate form 0.15.
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I hope you enjoyed, learned something new about our topic on the 75 items, general knowledge, final coaching set B1. If you learned something in this video, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to share this video with your friends to also learn about this topic. If you have comments, questions, and suggestions, you can leave a message in the comments section below. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Hoping that we meet again in my next blog, and God bless you always.